I just wanted to make a quick video. Um, I'm working in Bethesda, Maryland, which is right outside of Washington, D.C. And when you work up this way, you see a lot of homeless people asking for money and stuff. And so um, we were at a gas station, and we pulled up at the gas station, and I was going to walk in. And there was a man outside, and he said, "Hey man, can I get 75 cents?" And I was like, "Well, let me go in, and when I come out, I'll give you a few bucks." And so, I normally don't talk about this, like, stuff that I do, but this is a good example. So, when I came out, I gave him some money, and I told him, I said, "Get yourself something to eat, man." And so, walked to the truck, and I realized I didn't get ice. Well, I went to go back in and pay for some ice. When I went back in, this same man was over there buying some lottery tickets out of this machine, like it's like a vending machine for lottery tickets. Now, with that being said, what somebody does with the money I give them is on them. I could care less. But God showed me an example of something. I have a background in addiction. I used to be on drugs. I used to be on alcohol. I used to be addicted to a lot of different things. God has delivered and sanctified me in those areas. And, I've now got 14 years of sobriety off of drugs and alcohol. And there was a brother on Facebook the other day that made a great point. I saw him. Guy I've known my whole life, and he struggled in his life with drugs and alcohol. And he was saying that people saying that AA is bad or NA is bad, because it's always the church people that say that. And I don't have nothing against people that go to church. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's supposed to be the people of God. It's not always true, but I know this. I'm a product of Alcoholics Anonymous. I did a 6-month program, and I've never done drugs or alcohol since. And I know that God used that program to get the resentment and the hate out of my heart and allow me to forgive people and to forgive myself. With that being said, I want to talk about this guy. He had a gambling addiction. And there's so many people that look at alcohol and they look at gambling and they say, well, that's not that bad. The only time they think alcohol is bad is when it's somebody that's a full-blown alcoholic. You're dabbling, right? You can dabble in things, and it turns into an addiction. Before you know it, if something happens, you may be using it to cope with things. I'm going to have a drink to take the edge off. Or you get a high because you may win in some gambling. You may win, and you get this high from it. I didn't have to do anything but bet and make this money. That's the high, right? You get this rush of empowerment feeling where, I've won some money, whatever. Yeah, I know the feeling. That is the high for those people. And I know people that I've had someone tell me in my own life they spent $50,000, $60,000 a year on gambling before they had a problem. I don't know if they ever got that problem I don't know if they ever dealt with that problem, but somebody actually told me that. That didn't start out a $50,000, $60,000 a year gambling habit. It started out just betting here and betting there, and at some point they got a big rush from it. This person had a background in addiction too, drugs and alcohol. But with all that being said, we can be addicted to a lot of different things. We can be addicted to anything. It's basically we turn something into an idol. Before it's over with, we're worshiping that thing. We're worshiping gambling. We're worshiping drugs and alcohol. There wasn't no length I wouldn't go at one point to get my high. And I'm grateful God had brought me to where I needed to. He gave me my prodigal son moment where I had to see where I was at and knew I needed a change. This man was begging for change on the sidewalk just so he could buy lottery tickets. If you try to tell me that's better than him smoking crack, I'll tell you you're a liar, because he had been brought low for a gambling addiction. So say what you want, but there's a lot of things in this world that will bring you low if you dabble long enough. Just a heads up. Y'all have a blessed day.